Okay, so this next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how I put these. There's a couple things I want to show you. How I put the heart candies in there that you can collect. So it really is just another cloned item. So let's take a look at the code for this one. So I picked a sprite that has multiple costumes. And so, and I think I changed these costumes a little bit. I picked a heart and I copied it a bunch of times and I put some text on it. So this was kind of like a play on the Valentine's candy that you get that has like little messages on it. And you could do that if you wanted to. You can even borrow my heart candy if you want. And it comes with all the code. So you can do that. Or you can make your own. So you can use pixel art that you created and duplicate it and things like that. If you watch how this works, here, let's just click play. And I'm going to show you that also how to have a start screen and a home screen. So the heart candies like spawn in these random places. You can't always get them. And then when you touch them, you actually get points. So I just touched the bar. You can see they spawn and they kind of like move a little bit all over the place. So let's just take a look at the code I have right there and just walk through that a little bit so you understand it. Okay, so it says when green flag clicked, set size to 50%. So I reduce the size of the heart candy and I hide it. So I don't want the heart to appear right away. And then I tell it to go back a layer. So it's going actually behind the gliding bars. And then I forever wait 4 seconds and I create a clone of it myself. Okay, so it's cloning every 4 seconds. I used every 4 seconds because it's 1 second behind the cloning of the gliding bar so that the hearts don't appear on the gliding bar. How did I know that? I tried it out a couple of times and fiddled with the time until I got what I wanted it to. When I started as a clone, I switched the costume, picked random 1 through 4 because I've got 4 costumes on the hearts. You can have as many as you want or as few as you want. I said go to X equals 240. So I'm always going to start my heart candy all the way on the right. And then I pick a random Y value between negative 140 and 140. So anything from the top to the bottom. And then it will magically spawn or appear or show. And then it glides 8 seconds at the same speed that the gliding bars glide at, and then it glides over to X equals negative 240, and then for the Y, I pick a random Y value, and the way I got those, I go into the they're green, so you go into the green toolbox, and you do a pick of random, and you just drag it out and change those values the way you want to. Okay. So that's how you do your heart candy. So you're welcome to go ahead and do that. So the way we would do it here is I would just pick a new sprite. Let's find a sprite with, oh no, I don't want that. Multiple costumes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it out of my backdrop. So let's see here. Maybe, I don't know. What would I use? Like a peppermint candy, but that doesn't really, I guess the peppermint candy is good. So I'm going to drag that over here, drop. Oh, that's a costume. So I actually need to paint that and then go to costume and drag it in here. There we go. Okay, and if you want to, you can zoom in here and you could actually use the bucket tool and change the color. Like you can fill in these colors and make it different. Ooh, that didn't come out very good. So you could change the colors in there if you wanted to and have different colors every time. Duplicate that, change that to green. Use the bucket tool, fill in the, I don't know. I'm just trying to have my candies not always be the same color. Maybe we'll do like a blue. Just so they look a little bit different here and there. And then maybe orange. Oh. Just so they look a little different. Okay, so we've got these little candies that float around. And then, so let's look back here when green flag clicked, set size. That size looked pretty good. Hide, go backward one layer, forever wait 4 seconds. So I'm just gonna, just to make my life easier, I think I actually have this code down here. I'm just gonna drag it into my backpack. Go in here, I'm gonna pull it out of my backpack. Is that it? No, that's not it at all. Where did I put that? Okay, and then I was pretty specific with the size and the location. So we want to start it on this right-hand side, switching the costume, showing, and then gliding. So we're going to, when I start as a clone, so that is, I'm going to hide. So you can just go to my program and base your, oh, I already did a hide. When I started clone, hide, we're going to go to, actually, we're going to put the go to. And so y value is negative 140. 40. If you want it to appear in a specific location, you have to tell it that. Go to, and then we're going to do pick random for the costume. What am I looking for? Switch costume to. One through 3. I think we have 3 costumes. Yeah. Hide, go to, and then we're going to show. And then we're going to glide. So if you wanted to glide straight across the screen in the same Y position, you're just going to leave that value there. So it has to go to negative 240 for the X. But for the Y value, what I did was I had my candies kind of float across the screen a little bit, float up and down a little. So, and I'm going to have it glide 7 seconds because that's how fast my gliding bars glide. And then I can do a random location here again. You don't have to do the random if you don't like it floating around. So for the Y value, you're going to do. Okay. So let's click save. Now let's see how that goes. Always test your code. So don't write all the code and then test it. So if you don't like the way this works, code it differently. Oh yeah, so you gotta watch out. I use the green color in the peppermint candy, and the green is the same color as my gliding bar, so that doesn't work very well because I'm gonna lose as soon as I touch it. You need to adjust that. Okay, so that's my candy. Then what you're gonna want to do with the candy also is, my guess, you don't have to, but my guess is that if you want to make it get a good obstacle, then you're going to increase the score when you touch the candy. If you want to make it an additional obstacle that you want to avoid, you want to actually maybe take score away or make the person lose the game. So, but that's really up to you. Next video will be a start screen and an end screen.